they have a participatory method where they are incorporating alternative livelihoods like beekeeping, yeah, and then they're growing the trees, but also selling the seedlings. Then they're creating alternative sources of income from an environment that is facing destruction. So then there's an incentive to rehabilitate that particular resource that they are getting their livelihoods from. So that's the idea. So how to make that profitable is another question. If you have bees assisting in the pollination process, the development of the crops, your crop yields will be high. Even though the system itself may look quite mundane, it actually works. So that's what we are trying to propagate, a natural system that has a very tiny biological footprint that is sustainable and creates income for the local community.
Kwa mwezi moja tunategemeaga wakati ya mavuno, kanso wakati ni ya mavuno. Kati hii ni ya mavuno. Kwa hivyo mtu anaweza vuna kitu kama paketi 20 au 15, kitu kama hiyo. Hiyo paketi moja ni kama 3,000 hivi.
That's during the harvest, the seasons for harvest.
Right,
so
okay.
That's not every month.
Kama mwezi tunaanza mwezi wa 10, 11 mpaka mwezi wa 4.
So right now it's at the stage where we are experimenting with how successful it is going to be in the long term. In other words, the sustainability of the project. So in networking with schools and churches and other institutions in the area, we'll see how far it can stretch and how long.
Well, I think you also have an outlet now to rural farmers. I mean, you now have a tap in with of interest to me because you have an audience that needs, if they can build their capacity in their farming, in the land they do have, instead of destroying forest, by increasing and enhancing their capacity and like using drip irrigation, eco-friendly farming techniques, it does go hand in hand.
If you're talking about carbon credits, then that's something that's going to come from developed countries, right? It's not, our local government is not going to generate that money to pay. And the developed countries are talking about releasing substantial funds from 2020. So you're talking about 10 years from now. So between now and then, what happens? You have to create a system that works.